Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I've got an unboxing that I was really excited to receive, so much so that I've already read a handful of them. So it's proof that I do read despite the exponentially growing TBR. So let's get right into it. There's a couple major reasons I had placed this order, and it centered around me ordering one volume in particular, and then there was also a Tokyo Pop sale running on Right Stuff. Then they threw in a few other volumes that were part of other orders, so this is kinda a partial shipment too, which is cool. So I haven't had any problems with badly shipped manga through Right Stuff, but I know others have not been as lucky. Looks like we'll start off with a mature read, so if you're not of age or very sensitive to things with explicit warnings, this series is not for you. And that's Escape Journey Volumes 2 and 3. I already read these and I'm so glad I did. It follows Naoto and Taichi's relationship when they reunite in college after a really bad breakup. Volume 1 did not leave me with a good impression of the main couple, but I'm so happy I gave it a chance because the final two volumes really redeemed the series for me. Next is Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 17. I really ought to stop picking up this series for now. I'm still on Volume 5. Oh my god. So I still don't even know about the amazing parts everyone's been talking about, but I'm aiming to at least catch up before the next season of the anime comes out because I feel like I'll be less motivated to read this if I watch the second season first, since I enjoy the anime so much. Next is a random pickup from the Tokyo Pop sale. This isn't the type of manga I would be interested in, but I thought I'd try because the art is gorgeous. And it's I was reincarnated as the Villainess in an Otome game, but the boys love me anyways. A mouthful. A series like these are usually titled. But look at this art. I've already picked my favorites, Eric and Jay, although I love characters with glasses. But anyways, I have already read this volume and it centers around Mistia Eren, who tries to change her fate as the Villainess by recalling what happened in the Otome game and taking different actions so that it results in an altered outcome. Honestly, I didn't like how it went back in time, although I get that that's the point, but I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with this. If I do, you'll know it's because of the art. Next is a series I had on my list to get into, and it's The King's Beast by Rei Toma, so just shuffling these around so they're in order. But I don't know much about the series aside from the summaries I've read, but it centers around the twins Rangetsu and Sogetsu, who are Ajin, beasts relegated and forced to be servants either in the military, brothels, or imperial palace, depending on where they're deemed suitable. However, Sogetsu falls victim as a result of being a beast servant to Prince Tenyo, and so Rangetsu is essentially out seeking justice for her brother by whatever means necessary. These covers are so pretty, by the way, but Rangetsu disguises herself as a man in order to get into the palace and is confronted with things she was not expecting. So seems there's a lot of delicate politics going on, and I assume there will be some internal conflict the longer Rangetsu embeds herself within the palace. Maybe something that might make her rethink why she's even there in the first place, like the circumstances surrounding what happened to her brother and who the prince actually is. Like, are they truly evil? I'm totally speculating since I haven't started reading this. I could be totally off the mark, but I am pretty excited to see how this plays out. Next is one I had my eye on, and it's There Are Things I Can't Tell You by Edako Mofu, another Tokyo Pop sale pickup. This gives me Escape Journey vibes. I haven't read this yet, but it's just a one-volume series centering around Kasumi and Kyosuke, who are of course total opposites to each other. Kasumi is the more reserved personality, while Kyosuke is the more outgoing, popular one. They've been friends for a long time, but yet there are things they struggle to say to each other despite all of that. Like, I'm assuming that there will be quite some heart-aching moments, so I'm looking forward to this quick read. Another volume I've been really wanting to get, and it's Koimonogatari Love Stories Volume 2 by Toru Takura. I absolutely love the direction of Volume 1 and the characters Yuichi and Yamato. Yuichi's sort of change in attitude towards Yamato after he realizes Yamato has feelings for his best friend Kyosuke, from being hesitant about the whole situation to offering his friendship regardless while keeping Yamato's sexuality a secret. The series is still ongoing, but I was scrolling through Tagura Sensei's Twitter just to see if there's been any updates since this started publishing a really long time ago, like almost 10 years ago. But all I found in their replies was that they intend to finish the story, so we'll see. I love this a lot and hope we do see a conclusion somehow. This volume is Something's Wrong With Us, Volume 10 by Natsumi Ando. I've been following this series like a hawk, so of course I've already read this volume. I'm so invested in the two main characters, Nao and Tsubaki, who are entangled in this twisted love story filled with tragedy, drama, evil schemes, and bitter feelings. The two come from a background of wagashi makers, wagashi being traditional Japanese sweets. However, after Nao's mother is arrested for reasons you find out at the beginning of Volume 1, the two childhood friends are separated only to reunite as adults, both as wagashi makers. Throw complications, rivalries, and love into the mix, and I got hooked. Every time, I can't wait until the next volume. I'm still just as eager to see what happens next. And here's the volume that I was eagerly awaiting to be reprinted, Barakamon, Volume 15 by Satsuki Yoshino. Yen Press is a blessing and a curse for reprinting this. This series was a lesson to me on patience because I had bought several volumes from this series at like 4 times the amount I should have, only to find out in an official announcement that it was getting resurrected and would no longer be out of print. But anyways, enough crying. The series is a favorite of mine. It follows Handa Seishu, who relocates to an island that offers him more life experiences, both funny and meaningful, than just his role as a calligrapher. The whole cast of characters and children around the island really add to this sort of character development arc Handa goes through. This is an easygoing slice of life I definitely recommend now that the physical prints are back, so go get them now. Go. Or you can watch the anime too. Next is Blue Lock, Volume 2. So I've read Volume 1 and I enjoyed it. It's like Squid Games meets an anti-teammate training arc. So I'm not super well versed in soccer, but there was a time when I followed the World Cup matches back in 2014. So this centers around 300 high schoolers that were selected to drop everything and join in the most intense survival of the fittest training at Blue Lock to see which striker will come out on top to represent Japan, where the thing that's more important than teamwork is the drive to win, something counterintuitive to what all those students had come to believe. It's got me hooked, so I will continue reading it for sure. So before I grab those 2 volumes of Summertime Running 4 and 5, I'm including this unboxing clip from back in July when I had gotten these volumes from Boogie Snacks here on YouTube. It was when he had done a collab giveaway with Udon Entertainment for the Summertime Rendering Omnibus Volumes 1 to 3. And seems like my comment was chosen. So I'm super grateful to Boogie for sending these and receiving them, plus the lovely note he included. So just like the other 50 million series I've started, I've only read that first omnibus so far, but wow, while I was reading it, and then my reaction right after was that it was a trip. The premise is wilder than I was expecting. So it centers around Shinpei, who returns home from Tokyo in order to attend Ushio Kofune's funeral. However, there's some strange happenings around the circumstances pertaining to Ushio's death and in general around the island and its residents. So I actually don't want to say too much more than that because this was such an interesting read for me, not knowing that much about the story. Since it is a bit of a supernatural mystery, it had me scratching my head sometimes wondering what the heck is going on. But then somehow it gets explained bit by bit as you read further. Lots of turning points that made me feel the suspense, and this was just the first omnibus. What I'll do is finish reading the manga first and then watch the anime to experience it all over again. But these prints are really nice. The covers and spines are such pretty colors and they're graphically appealing. And since I had gotten volumes 1 to 3, I figured I'd just pick up the rest of the series. So my volume 6 didn't make it in this package, but I do have it now. I just don't have a clip to include in this video. But yeah, these covers are stunning, and I can't wait to see how the story develops and continues to twist and turn. And last but certainly not least is this absolutely gorgeous printing of Josee, the tiger, and the fish. Art by Nao Emoto and story by Seiko Tanabe, published in this omnibus volume by Yen Press. This is probably one of my most favorite volumes from my entire manga collection when it comes to the quality and overall art and colors. The cover is way too beautiful, and just look at this spread. Oh my god, I can't. I just want to cry. Which the series certainly made my heart ache and had me tearing up as I read it. So it centers around Tsuneo and Josee, Josee being wheelchair bound, but both who dream of experiencing life and personal interests in their own respective ways. A couple of people who literally crash into each other's lives and find motivation through the other person and within themselves whenever faced with the difficult hand life has dealt them. I just love how their relationship develops. Even the side characters had me feeling things. So if you see this at your local bookstore or something, or you're thinking about getting it, I highly recommend that you do. And I guess Right Stuff had a bunch of these bookmarks laying around because, you know, giving one wasn't enough. I know someone who got like 20 of these. And so that's everything I had gotten in this haul. So I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me as I talk through some series that I found that I'm really enjoying at the moment and ones that I'm really looking forward to. So let me know, as always, in the comments down below ones that you're reading or any other suggestions that you have, and I'll catch you in my next video. Take care.